I'm going to talk to you today about how to add and subtract radicals. And so what I want to first do is refresh your memory on combining like terms. Excuse me. If I gave you the expression 3x plus 4x, you could simplify this expression because they both have the same variable x, you could add the coefficients. So 3x plus 4x is the same thing as 7x. It simplifies that way. However, if I ask you to simplify 3x plus 4y, you cannot simplify this expression because they have different variables. So there's nothing you can simplify there. Well, the same thing holds true when you're talking about radicals. If I gave you a problem that said 3 square root of 2 plus 4 square root of 2, because they have the same radicand under the radical sign, you can add the coefficients. So 3 square root of 2 plus 4 square root of 2 is the same thing as 7 square root of 2. However, if they do not have the same radicand, if you have 3 square root of 3 plus 4 square root of 2, there's nothing you can combine here because there's different radicands under the radical symbol, so there's nothing you can combine there. So let's do a few examples. If you have 2 square root of 5 plus 2 square root of 5, that simplifies to 4 square root of 5. If you have 2 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 2, there's nothing I can do here because they have different radicands. The radical, what's underneath the radical is different. So that there would be nothing you could do. You couldn't simplify this one. Excuse me. 5 square root of 11 minus 6 square root of 11 is equal to negative, and you can negative 1 square root of 11, because 5 minus 6 is negative 1, and we don't need to put that 1 there because it is it's kind of like invisible, because 1 times square root of 11 is still 1 square root of 11. We don't need to put that 1 there. 4 square root of 13 plus 2 square root of 13 is equal to 6 square root of 13. 7 square root of x plus square root of x. Again, you don't write the 1 there because since 1 times square root of x is square root of x, we don't write it there. But just to show you when you're adding, this is just like 7 plus 1, which is 8, and then square root of x. 12 square root of 3a minus 2 square root of 3a is equal to 10 square root of 3a. And you always want to look underneath, you want to look at the radicand and see if it can be simplified at all, see if you can simplify the radical at all, and we cannot simplify square root of 3a. So that's why I can just go ahead and subtract these. Now there are going to be times, such as in this problem here, where you can simplify some more. So we've got 4 square root of 5 plus square root of 200. Well, I'm going to simplify the square root of 200. And remember, we simplify radicals by finding the prime factorization of the number and rewriting it. So 200 is 2 times 100. The 2 is prime, so I circle it. 100 is equal to 25 times 4. Neither one of those are prime. 25 is equal to 5 times 5. Circle that. 4 is equal to 2 times 2, and they're both prime, so I circle them. So I'm going to rewrite what we're finding here. This is going to be 4 square root of 5 plus square root of 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. Make my symbol longer. Alright, and then we want to look for those married pairs and pull them out. And I've got a pair of 2's here, and I've got a pair of 5's here. So when I pull them out, this 4 square root of 5 is going to stay the same. I've got 1 2 coming out, and I've got a 5 coming out, so 2 times 5 is 10, so this is 10 square root of 2. Now, is there anything that I can do here to simplify these? And there's not. This is as simplified as this one can get. Alright, so let's try another one. We've got square root of b plus 6 square root of 2b minus 5 square root of b. Well, again, there's just like this is a 1 right here. So I'm going to look. These have the same radicand. So I'm going to subtract. So 1b minus 5b is negative 4, I'm sorry, I said minus 5 square root of b, is negative 4 square root of b, and then I still have my plus 6 square root of 2b. And this cannot be simplified at all. There's no perfect square under here that you can pull out. So this would be the answer to this one. All right, and then let's try one more. I've got square root of 25x plus square root of 16x. And just to refresh your memory on these rules, you can simplify this a little bit. This is the square root of 25 times the square root of x. Square root of 25x is the same thing as square root of 25 times square root of x, plus square root of 16 times square root of x. And then when I go through and I look at this, I see, well, I can simplify 25 to being 5, so this is 5 square root of x. And then I can simplify 16, because square root of 16 is 4, so this is going to be plus 4 square root of x. And now I can add them together because they have the same radical. So 5 square root of x plus 4 square root of x is 9 square root of x. So that's what this one would simplify to.